Hello, hello.
Hello. Testing.
Yes.
Girl, Gixie, that's so.
I'm so glad we're able now, yeah, to connect. Like we know what we gotta do and go.
Ya
go
poco a
on with it.
poco, baby. Ya vamos a ser unas expertas en podcast.
I know.
Like, fuck you, bitches. Like, we're the shit. Okay, so let's start this shit.
Bam! Welcome to 1014 Sesh. I am Kimberly.
I am Maria. Welcome back, guys.
Episode 2.
Whoop whoop.
I actually wanted to say, we're like, okay, it's gonna talk first. No, I actually wanted to say a big thank you to all of our listeners right now. We just checked our anchor system that tells us how many plays, and right now we're under 52 plays, which was way more than we expected. Like I said on the first episode, I was only expecting 20. So 52 is awesome. And
Yo, Kimberly, sorry to interrupt you.
No.
Do you remember on the first episode that you were saying that we had 20 followers on Instagram and you were expecting for all 20 followers to listen? Now, how many followers do we got?
I haven't checked. I think 59, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you, guys.
Yes.
We're so happy. Yay.
And it's crazy how it gives you the geographic guide of our listeners. So yeah, mostly United States and Puerto Rico. Yes.
Yes. And I also wanted to give a special shout out to our special friends that give us so beautiful comments and messages, especially our common friend Elizabeth. She's our friend. Yes. Thank you, girl, so much for your support. And also, Ashley, thank you so much for your beautiful message. I hope you enjoy our podcast today and always.
Yes, there were a few people that actually reached back to us, and I thought it was so beautiful that most of them were like positive feedback. Yeah. And it really just inspired us to do even more episodes for you guys. So I hope you enjoy.
Yes. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it.
Well, Maria, how was your week? Un resumen.
Well, my week was good. Mostly work a lot. But I'm grateful that I have a steady job. Basically, I've been working overnight and evening shifts. So when I get home, I just sleep as much as I can. And today I've been sneezing all day. So I apologize if I sound like very congested or with my runny nose. I've been sneezing. I got my allergies up again. So I'm sorry about that. But it's been good. And, I mean, we can talk about it later. But I'm excited because we got some amazing Star Wars news. And I'm like freaking out.
Yes.
You want to talk about it now or later?
I don't know why my voice sounded so deep. So yeah.
Yes, we are.
I mean, we could talk about it now because my week has been the same. As many of you know, I'm still injured and recovering from my knee. So I've been really just stuck home and like trying to do the best that I can. But yeah, I'm so grateful for this podcast. Gives me something to do as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we could go ahead with the news.
Yeah.
Well, bam.
So I don't know if you guys, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of you know, but if you haven't read the news or seen any Star Wars update, Disney Plus released, like, I say it was like an atomic bomb, a nuclear bomb of amazing great news of new shows that they're going to be creating for the next year. And, I mean, for me, the most important news of all is that drum roll.
No. Let's go step to step.
Okay.
Yeah.
You start.
It's crazy. We were both on Instagram at the exact same moment.
That's right.
And then the first one we saw was Star Wars Ahsoka. And we were oh shit.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy. I sent it to Maria straight to WhatsApp, and she messaged it to our group of friends in Puerto Rico, El Corillo. Mm-hmm. And we all saw it, and I was like, girl. And then Maria, at that exact same moment, imagine if they would announce Obi-Wan Kenobi. And boom.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the best news of all is that drum roll. Hayden Christensen is gonna come back to Star Wars.
As
Yes.
Darth Vader.
Yes, it's gonna be appearing. Girl,
Sound effects and everything.
we're upgrading, y'all.
Yes.
That was an excellent Darth Vader impersonation. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yes, Hayden's gonna be coming back to Star Wars finally.
And it's crazy. You and I have been talking about this for a couple of months already.
Yes.
How we've heard rumors, but nothing was actually confirmed or anything. And Hayden doesn't have social media.
Nope.
So we didn't know if it was going to happen or not. And literally, boom. That same day. Yes. And we were like, what?
I remember now because, you were saying that we were talking on Instagram. And then I was like, yo, lo que falta es que anuncien que Hayden va a salir en Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
And shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember screenshotting it. I'm like, girl, and I sent it to you, and you're like, you're shitting me right now, right? You're playing me. And I'm like, no, girl, it's for real. It's the Disney Plus account.
Yeah. No, porque la cosa es que hay veces que la gente, that with Photoshop and all that stuff, they create fake news.
Yeah.
Y yo digo, no puede ser que que Disney sacó toda esta serie de cantazo. It was the same day. I mean, literalmente minuto. Yeah. Like one after the other. You no puede ser, no? It can't be true.
I kept refreshing my page, and it was like a new series. And I was like, what is happening?
It's the end of the world.
Yep. Disney was like, 2020 was a difficult year. Let us like inspire people and hype people up and just release all the shit we're going to release for the next 3 years. Bam. Yeah. And I was like, my heart.
They were like, you guys want some good news? Cojan ahora. Bam. There you go.
Yeah.
Boom, chacalaca.
Because not only Star Wars, it was Marvel, Disney animated movies, like every single thing ever in Disney. And it was very overwhelming, but very happy news.
Yes. And I gotta say, I mean, me and Star Wars, we go way back to Star Wars, obviously, but I became a Star Wars fan thanks to Hayden, because when the Revenge of the Sith was going to be released, we were still in high school by then, and I remember I was in my grandma's house, and they made like a special newspaper thing about Star Wars, and I was like, okay, let me see this. And then I saw this page, and all I could see was this gorgeous man that he was gonna play Anakin.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he was so gorgeous, and I was like, "Yo, I gotta see this shit because I want to see this man in this movie." And then I made,
me and him, we share the same birthday. That's why I always remember him.
Oh my God!
I was like, oh, April 19. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You both are.
Fun fact there. I know.
Yes. There you go.
Well, Star Wars, me and I will go way back. I want to say since I was 6 or 7 years old. Because my dad, he actually sent us the first trilogy, which is The New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and a VHS collection.
Yeah, I remember those. Yes.
And my brother and I, we will watch them non-stop. That's where it all started. And then, yes, in Puerto Rico, we would go to see in the movies, like the first, the prequels. Yes. So it started all from there. So it's like from our childhood till this day.
Yeah.
It's something that we really treasure and really admire.
Yeah. Yeah. Kimi and I, we're very, we're like fangirls, I will say. We love movies. And this episode, we're going to talk about a little bit of everything, but we're going to talk about today about movies, how much they mean to us, especially Star Wars with all the releases. At least in my case, my mom, she was the fan of Star Wars in the family. I didn't know that. Yes, my mom's she loves Star Wars. And I remember that we also had the VHS videos, movies from Star Wars. And obviously I watched Star Wars when I was little, but no me acordaba de casi nada. And then when I was saying that, when I saw Hayden, all that shit, and I was in love with him back in high school, I was like, yo, I want to see the other movies. So I saw the original movies first. I did a marathon. And then I watched the prequels. I mean, Phantom Menace and then Attack of the Clones. And I was like, yo, this is something else. Like, the whole story.
Yeah, it's a complete different universe that you would never imagine that they would take it that far.
Yeah.
And they always come out with these new stories till this day with Mandalorian as well.
Oh my God. So Mandalorian, what do you think about Mandalorian, girl? What are your thoughts?
Well, I have a huge crush on Mando.
Girl, tell me more about that. Mm-hmm.
Even with the actor himself, Pedro Pascal, like he's Latino from Chile, and like he's very humble. I've seen him way before from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was so young, and
damn, it's
Game of Thrones. Yeah, he was like the freshman group when season 4 in Buffy, and yeah, so crazy. Like he's been in my life all this time. And low key, like I've always admired all his work and everything. And for Mando, I don't know. I just guess that like fatherly love with Baby Yoda. I'm sorry, Grogu.
Yeah, about Grogu. That.
Grogu. So I don't know. It kind of turns me on.
Okay, so I was saying about Pedro Pascal that I saw him first on Game of Thrones. And even though he didn't, I mean, spoiler, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, he doesn't last too much on the series. He gets killed pretty fast, I guess. But
that was a very, very, ¿cómo te digo?
Dramatic death.
Yes. It's that the imagery and everything. It was very shocking.
Yo, I'm a fan of gore. Like, I like to see graphic stuff, like scary movies and all that crap. But that scene when he died, I was shook. I had to like watch it again because I couldn't.
Yes,
I was still processing.
Yes, I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
I gotta say, Game of Thrones, it has the most shock factor that I don't know if many other series have done the same. You know, when you never think something's gonna happen, and then bam, they kill off somebody, and the way they do.
Season 3, episode 8, Red Wedding. No. Till this day, when I finished that episode, I had to stop, like, process what just happened, and then when I watched the next one, I was like, oh shit, that really happened. Like, it was wow. Very mind-blowing.
Yo me acuerdo que para Red Wedding, I saw Game of Thrones long before it was over, so I didn't watch it live like most of the people have seen it. So I did knew about that scene, but I didn't remember it. So when I was watching it on HBO, the whole thing, the corrido, I saw that scene. I was like, yo, no, that's fucked up. It was very graphic.
It was like nothing was stopping them. Let's just do this.
Yes. Especially the part, when they killed la esposa que está embarazada. Like, oh my God, why?
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to Mandalorian. In the first season, that's when we first see Mando without his helmet. Because the whole thing about Mandalorian, they cannot take off the helmet. And I gotta say, I think it was the last episode of the first season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I saw his face. I was like, me? Like, I don't know. For me, it was like a turnoff, I guess, because he was all bruised up. I couldn't see his beauty. You know? His beauty, his madness. But on this second season, last episode, we got to see Mando.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, I see you.
Eso es mío. Okay. Eso es mío.
Hey, oh shit. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll take it back, girl. It's all yours. I can take Hayden. Don't worry. Okay. I'll take Anakin. So yeah, basically Star Wars, I mean, at least for me, it's something else. Everything Star Wars related, Mandalorian, Clone Wars. Have you seen Clone Wars?
I've only seen like, because in Disney Plus they actually have like the main episodes, so that's what I actually watched, which I believe was like 20 episodes in total. But I didn't watch the entire thing by detail. But I'm pretty, caught up in what actually happens, like the main concept at least. Yes. I haven't watched Rebels though. which I know I have to start.
Yes, I am. I have it on the second season. I think it's good. I haven't finished it yet, but Clone Wars, girl, I never thought I was gonna be so hooked on an animated
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars series than Clone Wars. Because in the beginning of Clone Wars, it starts very childish for me. I mean, it's still good, but it tends to appeal more to kids.
Yeah.
But then at the start of, I think it's the third season on, it starts to get darker, and then the deaths of the clones is like, damn, this is dramatic. Like it's very, o sea, es como tipo Game of Thrones in a way, como que damn. Plus, you get to see more in detail the lives of, for example, Obi-Wan, que apparently Obi-Wan, he was in love too. He had this friend, and spoiler, she gets killed, but it's a different kind of information that if you don't see Clone Wars, like you don't get to experience that side of Star Wars in a way. You get more intimate in the characters' lives and stories. And Ahsoka and Anakin, that relationship between them two is so special. It's so amazing. And at least for me, in the last season, obviously, when everything goes to shit. Order 66, y'all. Everything goes to shit, and then obviously Anakin turns to be Darth Vader, and then Ahsoka. That realization of Ahsoka that, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, it's so heartbreaking. Even though we know it's gonna happen, it's just still.
Yeah, like we knew it from the beginning, but yeah, to actually see the other characters react to that is
That's the magic of Star Wars.
Star Wars. Bam, bam, bam. So if you haven't watched Star Wars, go watch it. You won't regret it. Well, you know what? I've had so many friends in the past, especially from my first job, who never watched Star Wars, but I think during that time they were promoting that a new Star Wars was gonna come, aka Force Awakens. But they started watching it not in order, like hacia lo loco, and they're like, "Oh, it was so boring," and this and that. And then I've had people that actually, when Force Awakens came out on DVD and Blu-ray, they started watching that instead of the beginning. So they were just like, "Oh, it was just too boring for me. I can't." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. That's not how you watch Star Wars."
No. You have to watch it primero, la vieja, porque si tú empiezas a ver Phantom Menace first, te vas a aburrir. You're not gonna like Star Wars. You have to first see New Hope, then the other two, and then you go back
to the prequels,
to the new ones.
I feel like you have to see it in order that they came out, so you could feel the same way that the rest of the Star Wars fan actually feel. Yep, totally agree.
Yeah, because at least the prequels, they get a lot of hate because they're too quote unquote boring, or they focus on the political kind of thing of Star Wars, which is true. But in a way, I mean,
we needed to know the backstory though of how it all happened, where it all began. So for me, they were beautifully made, to be honest. But a lot of people hated on them. So, any other movies or TV shows that actually inspired you and kept your inner child alive?
Girl, Harry Potter.
Sound effects.
Yes. Yeah, like I
What's
said,
your house?
In the beginning. Well, I got a couple houses.
Oh Lord.
Oh shit. Here she goes. Según Pottermore, I'm a Ravenclaw.
Okay.
But I feel like I'm half of I was gonna say half of half of
like, what house is that, girl?
Yeah, so in Pottermore, I'm Ravenclaw, but I used to be like, I'm Hufflepuff because of Cedric Diggory. I used to have a crush on him too.
Bueno, pues ya sabemos que toda la serie y de eso de María empezó por un amor.
Amor prohibido
por las calles. Yeah.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm into
What can I
guys.
say except you're welcome? So you say in Pottermore you get Ravenclaw, but deep down you feel like you're a Hufflepuff.
Yes, but I also feel like I'm a Gryffindor because hello, Harry Potter, he's my homeboy, so
600
I gotta
points
be
for
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. No,
How
actually,
about you?
from Pottermore, every single quiz that I've taken from many other sources, I'm always a Hufflepuff, which is weird.
Hufflepuff.
So, de
Okay.
pura sangre, Hufflepuff. So, yes.
Yay.
Hello.
Okay, bueno. Hufflepuff is a cool house. They're friendly people. Plus, you got Cedric Diggory.
Oh, Lord. Girl, he dies. He dies.
I know.
He did.
I know. Have you been to Have you been to the Wizarding World in Orlando?
I can't remember when was the last time I went. I mean, it's been a few years though. I haven't been ya cuando abrieron los nuevos rides now. And plus, my God, ya no puedo ni hablar. The platform 9 3/4 and the whole thing. Like I only saw the main Hogwarts, like inside the bank, that ride in there, and back then it was still the Dueling Dragons. Now they actually changed it to a Harry Potter theme. So I need to go back. Yeah.
I gotta say that same thing with lo que me pasó con Hayden and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Same thing happened to me with Harry Potter. Because when I was reading the books and seeing the movies, I was like, yo, it would be so cool to actually have like someone to build the whole Hogwarts thing and we could visit it.
Aww.
And bam, there you go. Wizarding World. Yes.
Nice.
It's like a happy place for me.
Yeah.
I've been twice, thankfully. But the only time that I could like go to both parks at the same time, I went with my family. And it was so amazing.
Nice.
I did my best to enjoy it the whole day because I was like, yo, I don't know when I'm going to be back. So I need to enjoy it the best I can. So
now I remember I went on 2018. It was for Halloween Horror Nights.
Ooh, girl.
Which was, my goodness. I wasn't a fan of it. Like, the only way you could actually enjoy it if you get the Fast Pass. Because the lines for Halloween Horror Nights are insane. Like, they open, like, certain houses, like haunting houses. I want to say around 10 or 12. I was only able to do three of them. That's how long the lines were. And to then actually enjoy the rides and stuff, I don't know. I didn't personally like it, so I feel like I could go whenever throughout the year and actually enjoy the park. Yeah. But for Halloween Horror Nights, it was my first experience. But yeah, I feel like it's overhyped, to be honest.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go to one of those, but I've never had the chance to actually go in Halloween. Because I know they do like certain themes.
Yeah, the ones that I went, it was the first time they did Stranger Things, which was that was the last one we were actually able to get in. Thank God. The park had already closed, but we were still in line. So we were in line for 3 hours to finally go in. Yeah, to finally we went inside, and I actually appreciated the amount of detail because I felt like I was part of the show. That I actually enjoyed. But then the rest, it was the Halloween with Michael Myers. It was just a bunch of Michael Myers coming out of nowhere. So I was like, okay. And then,
this is interesting.
Yeah, and then the other one was from the movie Trick or Treat. That one was kind of spooky because it was like different objects all of a sudden just popping out. So yeah, that one I screamed a lot. But that was pretty much it. It wasn't nothing wow for me. Yeah.
To go to the one that I think it was The Purge.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no, Walking Dead.
Okay.
The year that they put Walking Dead. I wanted to go, but I work in the hotel industry, so basically I can't travel that much. Yeah. But yeah, I bet it was fun. Want to talk about any other movies from your childhood that you like?
I mean, movies is a very... Because as you all know, I am a movie freak. Back in Puerto Rico, I had this like big ass a revolving thing full of DVDs. It was like 300 or something more. So they would always call my place the Blockbuster back in the day. Now Netflix and everything took my title. Yeah. And I don't know, from my childhood, Wizard of Oz was one of the top ones. Because I remember I always liked the color, and my mom put it in the beginning, which is always black and white. It's not until her house lands in Emerald City that's when everything turns color. And I was like, oh my god! And it always intrigued me because of the colors. So that's one of my like classic favorites, and most of the '80s movies actually, like Back to the Future. It just has a different vibe, and the music as well. I really love it. But as for TV shows, my top two forever and ever is always going to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's been with me throughout my life, and I feel like she was that female perspective or image that I needed. Like, and I till this day, I have a sticker in my room that says, "What would Buffy do?" Like, whenever I would have to give a presentation or a speech, because she would always give amazing speeches before her big fight or whatever. Y me ponía derechita, boom. And like, yeah, like she was my inspiration. So like till this day, once a year or every other year, I would watch the whole series again. And that's how much it means to me. And it's crazy how every single time I watch it, I understand a different character's perspective. Okay. Because that's how you know like you're growing in a way too. Because maybe at the beginning, you only understood Buffy's certain point, but then you watch it again, like, oh no, but this guy was right. Like, his feelings matter too, you know? So it was weird. And also, of course, whoever knows me now, Supernatural. Yes.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Supernatural, I mean, come on, 15 years, 15 seasons. It all came to an end in November 19. Damn. It was a big event. But yeah, because of COVID, it actually got pushed back because they were actually still recording the last season. And so they had to cancel midway production. So it was actually supposed to end in May. And yeah, and you could notice the last episodes how they're all keeping like social distance, and so it felt kind of awkward. Yes, you could tell. Wow. And certain scenes that you felt like some other cast members should have been included, but then again, COVID. Yeah. So Supernatural for me, it will always hold a place in my heart because when I was very, very depressed, I suffer from depression and anxiety. It was my go-to whenever I fell down. And these two brothers would always make me laugh, always make me feel secure. Plus, we always had like these fan clubs in a way. I have them in Facebook, Twitter. And we would all actually talk to each other and support one another. Whenever we had an issue, we would like try to post it, and they would always come with great advice. So it became a family, the SPN family. That's what they call it. So when it came to an end, it was like, oh shit, this is goodbye. But then I thought back from Buffy. Buffy ended in 2003. Until this day, I still love it. I still have my fan club. So I know Supernatural is gonna be, you know, forever in my life.
Yeah, so. Definitely. Yeah, that's so cool. I've tried to watch it, but for some reason that I can't explain, because I love all those things. Like I like to see vampire shows and supernatural stuff, like ghosts and all that shit, like Ghost Adventures. I love that. But for some reason, I've never like gotten hooked on that show. So I had to give it a chance, but
it takes time. It takes time. But no, for me, from the first episode, I was like, oh shit. And I just had to keep on watching and watching. And like I said, it was like a stress reliever for me. And like, even though, it is like a kind of like a horror show or something, but between the characters, they just sometimes make it funny. And the way that the characters are, sometimes it reminds me of myself and even my own brother. Aww. And that's why I feel like I had that
Chris.
Special connection with the show. Yes.
Estamos en Apple Podcast, so now you gotta listen to it.
I know. My brother was like, okay, I'll listen to it. But it's like, are you guys available on Apple Podcasts? I'm like, not yet, but soon. Because, yeah, a little bit of feedback. When we posted our first episode, it was immediately posted on
Yeah.
Spotify. But the rest of the platforms, it could take up to 2 weeks.
To a month.
So, like, oh, crap.
Mm-hmm.
Or a month, yeah. And then little by little, I will start getting the emails. Oh, you're in Google Podcasts and other platforms that I've never
Yeah.
heard of,
Me
to be
too.
honest. And finally today, and it was because I just started typing on the podcast. I'm like, let me see, because I haven't gotten a notification or an email. And boom, there it was, 1014 Sesh. I was like, oh my God, we're in Apple Podcasts.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, now everyone can listen.
And most importantly, if you guys like this podcast, this episode, you can leave us a review. Hopefully, you give us a 5-star review so we can get more and more recognition and more people listen to us. So we appreciate that a lot. Yes.
Yes.
I was going to say that you were mentioning about you and Supernatural, that you have this special connection because obviously it's been on for 15 years. I mean, yeah, 15 years, 15 seasons. So, and in a way, the show has seen you grow in a certain way. And that's the same way I felt with Harry Potter. I remember when I first saw Harry Potter, I think I was in 4th grade. I was just starting some fancy school.
Wow.
I was just starting. And I remember I used to have the first book, but for some reason that I can never understand, I didn't like it. So I didn't end up the book. I just left it in the middle. And then when I saw the trailer, I was like, yo, they look so cool. I saw the movie on the movie theaters. Me acuerdo que fue Cinevista de Plaza Carolina.
Cinevista, throwback. Cinevista is a movie in theaters in Carolina, Puerto Rico. It was the shit.
Yo, that movie theater is like our childhood. One of the best childhood memories that we've had.
I felt like all of the movies in Puerto Rico was Cinevista or Plaza Escorial, because then after they shut down, everything was Plaza Escorial or Plaza Las Americas, even though they were a bit more pricey, but we would still go.
I mean, I think each movie theater has their own magic because
it has its own flow, its own vibes.
Because I remember in Cinevista, at least my favorite part of the movie theaters was the arcade. And I remember that they had Crazy Taxi. Yo, I would so love playing that shit. It was so fun. And I will obviously the movie was important, but I was more hyped to play that game than any other thing. And I remember that.
Yeah. Do you remember the first movie you watched in Cinevista? I just thought about it and I actually remembered. That's why I'm asking you.
That's a really tough question. Because I remember me watching Dalmatians, the Dalmatians 2, but it wasn't en Cinevista, fue en Plaza Las Américas, cuando los cines antes eran donde ahora es Forever 21, in the 3rd floor. Me acuerdo, ya. Pero yo me acuerdo ver las carteleras afuera, o sea, que tienen the posters and stuff. I remember that when I was little. Pero en Cinevista, I remember watching The Day After Tomorrow. Me acuerdo. Yo, yes, me acuerdo because I had a friend date. Not a date, pero era para verla con una amiga mía. And I went with my mom. And I remember that she stood me up. She didn't came to the movie theaters. What a bitch.
What a bitch.
So I ended up watching the movie with my mom, which was amazing. I love that movie. But maybe Harry Potter. Maybe it was the first one for Harry Potter.
I think my first movie there was Crossroads.
Damn.
With Britney Spears. I think I was in 5th or 6th grade.
Really?
I remember inviting your sister and your parents said no. Because I guess it was I don't remember the rating right now. But yeah, it wasn't PG. So they said no. And I remember I went with Priscilla from my class and my neighbor Celine. I went to watch it, and I remember I got the Britney combo. It had the big cup with Britney on it. They even gave me a free poster.
Oh my
God. I was so excited. Yeah, that was that. I think that's why I remember, because it was such. Well, everyone knows back in the day, my obsession was Britney Spears. So yeah, I guess that's why I remember, because it was a memorable moment for me. And actually, I think that was the first time my parents let
Yeah.
me go to the movies by myself. Like they went shopping and then
That
they
was
let
so
us
cool.
like see the movie by ourselves.
Like
So it's like,
that moment when
yes.
your parents will leave you alone with your friends, you feel so cool. Like, yo, we can
Mm-hmm.
yeah, look at
Like I'm the shit now.
oh shit.
Respect me.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
so cool. That was like our hangout, like going to the movies. And obviously, after Cinevista was closed in Plaza Las Americas, like Kimberly said, we migrated to Plaza Escorial. And in Plaza
Yep.
Escorial, before PetSmart was there was this amazing bookstore called Borders. Yo.
Borders. No, Borders. I feel like when I had every single obsession of mine,
Yes.
I went there to get something from it. From Buffy, Supernatural magazines, the Buffy the musical soundtrack, the Jonas
Yo.
Brothers, because se tardaban in Walmart or any other place that we could buy CDs to bring it out on time. So at midnight, I would like, my mom would get out of work. I'm like, Ma, could we go to Borders? And she's like, ¿qué? And I'm like, Jonas Brothers new CD. She's like, ¿en serio? Yes. And it will be like 10:30 or at
Right.
11 at night that they're about to close, and boom.
Girl, you
and it was
just
like
gave me
success.
a flashback. Yo no me acordaba que ellos vendían CD. Yo me acuerdo que
Sí, it was
yeah,
music, books,
sí.
and a cafe.
Yo me acuerdo que yo
Yeah,
compraba mucho los
cafe.
calendarios. Ajá.
Yes, the
Mira, yo
agendas,
soy
the
una persona
planners.
que ahora yo
Yes.
estoy implementando using my journals, writing down everything. Pero antes, I mean, I wasn't a journal kind of girl, but I used to love calendars for some reason. Eran las fotos.
Yo pienso que San Francis, shout out to San Francis School,
Hello.
our school from elementary to high school. Puma's pride. Puma's pride. They, like every single year, they would give us an agenda.
Era mandatorio.
And we would always follow through with that. Yeah. And I feel like we were built around that organization skills and everything. And I guess since it was sometimes kind of blah, and me and you, I feel like we like colorful stuff. So that's how it came with the calendars and all the stickers. And yep. I feel like that's how.
Because,
how
I mean, I wish I could have saved my calendars porque yo no escribía nada. Nada. Yo lo que hacía era tachar. Pasó el uno. Okay, tachar. That's it. I wouldn't do anything. I was like, ay, que me gusta esa foto. Y como que.
I would, yes, I would mostly use it for the stickers. Or if I actually really like the picture, I would cut them up. And for those who knew my old house back then, it was full of posters or pictures. So, yeah, it was like a collage right there. So, yeah, I would cut them out from the calendars.
Yo me acuerdo, yo no sé si yo lo compré por... Es que también en San Francis. I mean, we can do an episode of To San Francis if you like. Porque, hello, we got good memories, bad memories, so memories, but mostly good. Pero yo me acuerdo... Yeah, that'd be so cool.
We could definitely talk about that.
Anyway, I remember que in San Francis, they will do like a book fair, in a way. Y me acuerdo que...
Yes.
Me acuerdo que ellos traían los libros de Scholastic. Y tú escogías, tú veías veías el catálogo y tú podías escoger los libros que tú quieras comprar. Me acuerdo que también ahí estaba Harry Potter. Y I don't know if I bought there un calendario o fue en Borders, I don't remember. Pero ese calendario, it was so fun because it had stickers. So many stickers. Stickers que decía, por ejemplo, if you had a date, if you had a appointment, te decía lo que era y el dibujito. And it was so cool. And I remember the couple of months ago, I was buscando en mi closet something, and I came out with this box. Y cuando yo la abrí, I found the stickers de mi calendario. And I was like, oh my God. Like, fue un trip to my high school years. It was like, oh, reminiscing good times. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah, Borders also, like you said, I remember now that I will go to the website from Borders to order the CDs. Y yo iba, si no estaba en la tienda, yo iba al website y los ordenaba para buscarlos. Y iba por allá y los recogía. Ahora es que me acuerdo de eso. I completely forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a small group of friends in high school. Y siempre que nosotros íbamos al cine, usábamos la calle para ir a Borders. Y eso era...
By Borders. Yeah. Or the opposite. We would get there early to go to Borders and then go to the movies.
Y
that was always the plan. Yep.
I mean, in a way, we all know that hay mucha gente que iba para Borders nada más para leer todos los libros y después no los compraban y se iban para su casa. Pero in a way, it was fun because you could like lay down with your friends and just talk about anything, really. Not just about books. Pero, yeah, it was like a hangout place and it was so cool.
Yeah.
Después que cierra Borders, then Escorial tends to be boring because, I mean, comparando Escorial con Plaza de las Américas, es como que, I mean, even though Plaza de las Américas is a little bit more expensive,
exactly,
it's different because you get to, walk around the mall.
You know what would always piss me off from Las Americas? And I don't know if they're still doing that now, but hopefully they changed that. I mean, I haven't been there in a while, but they would only accept cash.
That's true. They changed it.
To purchase movie tickets. And okay, thank the Lord. Because I would get so annoyed. I'm like, who the hell doesn't accept a debit card or credit card?
Pero era
aquí el cinema de Plaza Las Américas.
Era en todos los cines.
Escorial después. I remember que después fue un tiempo when I was still going back and forth y llegaron a poner tarjeta. Pero Plaza Las Américas fue, I swear que fue el último to do the update. And I'm like, this is a tourist place. Like, what the hell?
Ya, y también para comprar los dulces era una jodida porque si no tienes cash no podías comprar nada. Como que, pero ya, ahora you can use your credit card or debit card, you can buy your tickets, and you can also buy them online, los imprime y va, even though es un poco más caro.
Yes, que en la máquina por dentro Ticket Pop, that I remember.
Yeah.
Flashback.
So, Kimberly in the beginning, she was talking about, I mean, we both talk about the bombshell that Disney Plus gave us of all the releases about Star Wars and series and whatnot. And, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know that Warner Brothers announced as well that they're not gonna, I mean, they're gonna be releasing movies at the theaters at the same time as HBO Max. And that...
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Yes, Wonder Woman, 1984 on Christmas.
Ay, María, está
y Pedro Pascal.
Y después te quejas de mí. Mira, muchacha. Después te quejas de mí que los machos.
My
bad. It's
bad.
not good, girl. It's not good. He cute, so yeah, I feel you. Shout out to Mando. So yeah, that news como que it caused a little bit of a conversation on social media because people were saying, "Oh, okay, that's gonna be the death of movie theaters. Nobody's gonna want to go to see a movie anymore in the theaters. Not everybody's gonna want to see it on streaming." And I was wondering, what do you think is gonna happen to the theaters now that everything is more streaming?
I mean, to be honest, personally, the only place I would actually go out to was the movie theaters and a restaurant, maybe a bar, and that's it. So I'm definitely going to go back to the movie theaters once we have the vaccine and everyone's got their shit together. Yes. Here in Homestead, y'all, because we had 2 movie theaters, Flagships Cinemas, and they recently opened in Showbiz. That one I feel like is still in business, but Flagship I have not seen nothing, nada de movimiento. So I feel like that's going to be shutting down permanent. We also have the Regal Cinemas in Southland, but it's kind of far from me. So I feel like Showbiz is going to blow up. So I don't know how to feel about it because they have their own bowling alley and everything. Yeah, it's very fancy. But yeah, from one theater that's completely closing, then that one's going to be the main one basically in our location. So I'm kind of scared because I'm like used to not having so many people around me. So I personally think I'm gonna wait the first rush in some way. A lo que se calme la cosa, se
Literal.
calme la fiebre, como quien dice.
Literally.
Para entonces, para entonces, para después ir. Because I feel like now with all these streaming services, personally, like families with kids, they will most likely want to stay home for their own child's safety. And like, why drive so far if you could watch it at home in your own comfort of your own home? But I'm liking that they're at least giving the option.
It's, so, I mean, like Kimberly said, in estos momentos, I obviously I prefer to stay at home and watch it with my family. It's also more, it's less expensive, so you don't have to pay $20 in popcorn or sodas for the whole family.
I miss me icy de Coca-Cola con mi popcorn, the extra butter, los nachos con queso. Ay, señor. Yes, I miss that.
I don't know why. I know it may sound nasty, but when I went to the theaters, I would get the popcorn combo and los gusanitos, los worms que son the sour ones. Y eso yo nunca lo hacía excepto cuando Paco, my best friend, when we used to go to the movies together, he tried it. I mean, he used to do it, and I was like, let me try it.
I would do that with raisinets or the crunch bunch. Mix it together. The idea came from the movie First Daughter. I don't know if anyone remembers that movie. But there's a scene where she's in the movie theaters and supposedly this guy from college, which technically he's Secret Service. She doesn't know that. Spoiler alert. Until the end. But they're both like in the movie theaters. He brings the popcorn. She has the chocolate and she's like, oh, that's nasty. And he's like, oh, but have you tried it? And I was like, So I started mixing like all other different kind of chocolates. So it was pretty good. But I've never done the gummy worms. So that would be my next experiment.
No, it's salty and sour. Something like that. It's good. I like it. But with the chocolate, I like to do it with Dove and M&M's. The only problem with Dove is that the popcorn is hot. It'll melt. It's gonna be a mess. So
it'll melt.
But M&M's is good because it has a hard shell, so it doesn't make that much of a mess.
I mean, know that I will try now the gummy worms with the popcorn.
Yeah,
I've never done that combination.
I've never done it with Sour Patch though. Debería saber bueno.
Ahora pensándolo, I think I've done it with the watermelon Sour Patch.
Ooh, qué rico! Those are my favorite. Watermelon Sour Patch.
Yeah.
First they're sour, then they're sweet. Sour Patch.
Ponsadora.
This episode has been sponsored by
Sour
No,
Patch.
not yet. Ay, Dios mío, señor. So basically, like we've been talking about movies, our childhood memories, and how much we miss going to the movie theaters, basically. Yes. Even though it's more like you have to do a budget, basically, to go to the movies now because it's so freaking expensive. But it's an experience. You get to, spend 2 hours, 3, however long is the movie with your family or friends. And you can joke around and, dates as well. So I think the most important thing about movie theaters is the experience, having the process of, calling their friends, hitting them up to go and then buy the snacks and all that shit. And then seeing the trailers for the upcoming films and the sound. I think that's something that it has to remain,
Yeah.
Even though it's better sometimes to watch movies in our homes, movies, for example, like kids' movies or something that you're not that interested in seeing, you can just watch it in your home. But, example, a Star Wars movie, I have to see it in the movie theaters.
Like, you have to see it with the big screen, the surround system. You want the full experience. You want to be where you think you're in the movie. Yes.
I remember, like you say that, I remember I don't know if you guys have 4D movie theaters in...
El de Showbiz, el que abrió
¿Sí?
ahora. And the first movie I saw was Frozen 2. And I was like, yo, what a difference.
Wow. That must have been nice.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Yo, I saw it on Disney Plus. And I saw... Oh my God! No!
Samantha? I didn't know it's Samantha. Esa parte with Olaf, I died. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is Samantha?
Oh my God, girl. You is crazy, Kimberly. You is crazy.
I know. I'm proud of it.
Yes, girl. Yes. Embrace it. Embrace it.
No, like all the time I hear, Kim, you're weird or whatever. And I'm like, I'm limited edition.
Oh, girl, yes. I'm special edition, bitches. Yes. Like, you wish you were me. You wish you were me.
Sound effects and everything, y'all.
So we were thinking, what else have we seen in our childhood? And we were like, yo, High School Musical. We were big fans of High School Musical back in the day, watching Disney Channel.
Flying, there's not a
start in heaven that we can
reach. Okay.
Okay, we just lost, like all of our listeners just like left.
Yep, they're like, están dos locas cantando. What the hell?
Like, what the fluff is wrong with them? No, es que we're like reminiscing. Okay, what else have we seen in our childhood that we love or we used to love back in the day, and we forgot about High School Musical? Even though, I mean, now that we're adults, we were like, yo, this is a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Pero back in the day, we would love it.
That was the shit.
It was the shit. I mean, I remember that I learned, loca, ¿tú te acuerdas cuando salían en Disney Channel los karaoke? O no,
the sing-along.
Los pop-up editions, los sing-alongs, los pop-up editions. Y yo me acuerdo que hubo uno que era un dance-along. Un dance-along. Me acuerdo que ahí fue que yo me aprendí el freaking baile de We're All in This Together, girl. I learned that shit. Yo,
pues si no me están viendo, estoy haciendo el baile.
Yes. Yes. She's dancing up in here. She's clapping her hands up. Oh, shit, girl. Rock it. Rock it. Shake it.
With High School Musical, I felt like, because we were my class, we were more or less the exact same grade levels as the Wildcats. And so it was like we were growing up and going with high school with them as well. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I feel like till this day, I'll sometimes burst into High School Musical songs. I was like, oh shit, throwback. But yeah, when I watch the movies now, I cringe so bad.
Yes.
Especially for the first two.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's high school, it's childish. But especially in the second one, because Troy is trying to get a freaking scholarship. Yeah. And his friends, instead of supporting him, like, oh, why aren't you hanging out with us? I'm like, wow. You're really going to do that to your friend? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Like, what the hell?
Like, fuck you. I don't need you. I don't need you, Troy.
Very, very dramatic.
Y otra cosa que es tan estúpida, like, and the whole plot de High School Musical es que Troy Bolton no quiere admitir que le gusta cantar. Y tiene y entonces no sabe decir si ser cantante o ser un basketball player.
Basketball.
Sorry, basketball.
Get your head in the game. Get your head in the game.
Yo, snap clap. That was good. That was good, Kimberly. Nice comeback.
Right. Get your head in the game. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's a stupid ass plot, but you know, I don't know why que tiene esa fucking película que it hooked you. Las canciones they're catchy. Yeah. Oh, girl, the first movie, la canción de Bop to the top. Girl, cuando ellos empiezan, que dice, ay,
mucho gusto. Ay, qué fabulosa. Ay. ¿Quieres bailar?
Mírame.
Y ahora yo lo miro. What the hell? after we're like, yes, we should have go damn. Qué mal no iba.
Loca, los otros días me dio un bajón de escuchar Disney songs y me salió esa canción y yo, what the fuck is this? ¿Qué es mierda?
Yep.
It's so stupid, but in a way, I like it. Like, it makes me be fun and be happy. I don't know. Is there something about the whole High School Musical vibe that gives me joy? Oh my god.
Gotcha.
Qué pavera. Y también, sorry, just para terminar de High School Musical.
No.
La segunda película, even though it's still weird, it has weird plot too, but I think the song's a little bit better. But hay una canción que no salió en la película, salió como un
el humo nuku nuku apua makihili malihili.
Loca, esa canción is so weird.
No, tell me how Disney Plus they included that scene within the movie.
It's true.
And I remember because we were rewatching it actually on my last job that we had it as background as we were helping the customers, and everyone looked at me confused, like I've never heard this song in my life, and I was actually singing it along because it was already part of the soundtrack.
Sí.
So I already knew it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Was this always in the movie?" And I was like, "Wait a second, no." You know, like they added it.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Y yo me acuerdo, I haven't heard that song before, pero yo me acuerdo que yo tenía en el freaking Wii, people. Yes. Yeah. I still have my Wii. No funciona, pero I still have it.
I still have mine. Until this day, I buy my Just Dance games for Wii.
¿Todavía?
Yeah, mine still works. I was like, I'm going to spend in the Switch because the only game I really play is Just Dance. So I'm keeping my Wii until it dies.
Well, my Wii works. It's just that el cable del sensor, my cats bit the cable and it broke, so I don't have a sensor. I mean, I could buy it, pero ya casi yo ni juego, so. But yeah, I used to have Just Dance, and I also bought the karaoke version of High School Musical.
And Sing It.
Okay. Sí.
Yeah, I remember those. I had the Camp Rock one.
Pero yo tenía ese, y cuando escucho esa canción, like, what the fuck is this? Y la parte que ella empieza a ver como un pez. Igualita. Escuchaste igual que ella. But I don't know. There's something about, I mean, the whole movies, like Disney or movies that we watch when we're kids. And maybe es nuestra inocencia or I don't know, our fun side kind of thing. Como que we embrace those movies. And when we grow up, it's like, yo, like, did I watch this? Did I like this when I was younger? Like, what the hell was wrong with me?
It Camp Rock.
It's part of it.
La parte the three girls, I already forgot their names, yo. That's her shoulder. I feel like it's gonna fly away to the screen and hit your face, like boom. And I'm like, girl, don't stop that. What you doing?
Yo, I don't know. She has some. I don't know what she had in her shoulders, but yeah, it was so.
And that's probably why her shoulders. I don't know. Because it was like really popping out there. I'm like, yo, what kind of dance is this shit?
Yes. Y como ella es tan flaquita, se lo could see her bone. It was I'm so like, cringy.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So
no, and then the whole thing, how she had to lie that she was like, her mom was working a radio station just so she could feel that. Exactly.
Cool.
Well, she already had her own friends and they would have accepted her the way that she was. Yeah. So I was like, seriously, Mitchie.
Like, girl, you should know better.
But still, the two Obama songs, till this day, I could still sing it. Gotta Find You, and This Is Me. Yes.
I also like
Play My Music. Yeah.
That's good.
Yo, pero los pelos de los Jonas Brothers ahí estaban críticos.
¿Críticos? Yeah, especially Kevin.
Quema. And I'm like, bro.
Kevin tenía como
sí.
el punk.
But you could tell the damage.
No.
Que le causó. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. Sí, porque ellos tienen pelo
Yep.
rizo, los tres
Yeah.
tienen curly hair. Yeah, I will say the one that had the best
Yeah,
hair
he
was
always,
Nick,
he
porque eso lo
always, but
dejaba
it was
curly.
long as fuck.
Yeah, eso sí, era bien, era un mini afro que tenía él en la cabeza. Pero Kevin y Joe
Yeah.
parece un emo. He had an
Oh,
emo
no,
look
I
kind
just
of.
thought of a scene that was so cringy. The stop
¿Qué?
the party, and he makes like a dance like it was a big shit, and I'm like con el
Con la-
micrófono, and
yeah.
I'm like, what is you doing? ¿Qué clase de baile
Yeah.
eso?
You call that dancing? Damn. Y también, él también usaba la gorra para ese baile. It was kind of weird. I don't know, yo creo que Disney Channel, y es Disney Channel, porque obviamente las películas de Disney están cabronas. Pero Disney Channel, yo no sé qué carajo les pasó. Que todas las películas que están haciendo y las series que están sacando, they're so fucking random. Like, no, I mean, ellos siempre ponen un mensaje positivo o una enseñanza. Pero es como que al final de la película, o sea, te ponen una cosa bien rara throughout the whole movie, bien cringy, y después como que, ok, esta es la lección. But it's like
we actually had this conversation before, how like with every single new Disney Channel show or movie, is like, oh, who's gonna be my couple, or you know, something really stupid socially, and then thinking back, Lisa McGuire, That's So Raven, which in every single episode they would actually portray a positive message. And I was telling Maria, because the other day I was rewatching it, I'm like, yo, this is advice that I could even take now as an adult. And it's crazy that shows right now for the kids, I feel like it's just to make them dumber in a way, and just to focus on really stupid shit like having a boyfriend or having the new, you know, newest style, having a phone. None of that matters. None of that matters.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Y también se enfocan en la fama, en ser famoso. Que si I want to be a star, I want to be a singer, I want to be an actor, bla, 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 bla. Y yo creo que empezó con, like, with the Hannah Montana thing, porque Hannah Montana era como un híbrido, porque ella tenía su vida normal, entre comillas, and then she was a star, pero después que empezó Hannah Montana a coger auge, ahí fue que empezaron a hacer un montón de series con el mismo tema, de ser famoso, ser a musician, y al principio como que ya es fun, pero llegó un punto que se le pierde esa magia, como que esa...
Yeah,
like you said, like That's So Raven.
No, and I feel like it's a repetition. And like right now, I feel like everything is a remake, a reboot. Nothing is an original thought or an idea that to actually inspire others. So that's why I've been so discouraged into watching cable right now. Like all I watch right now is Netflix and shows that I know is gonna be bomb and stuff like that. But I'm really worried for the kids into our generation. Like for what's to come, because it's really bad.
I wish they could go back to those kind of shows. De hecho, cuando empezaron a sacar esas series bien superficial, ellos sacaron una serie que era Good Luck Charlie. Yo no la vi, pero sé que era más real.
I love
porque se enfocaba en la familia. Y no duró mucho, fíjate, duró poquito.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays, fakeness, popularity, instead of real, what's real right now, our families, our values, that's what matters. And I feel like that's been thrown away, and just focusing on what's not real.
That's true. Y I don't know, in any shows, porque tú has visto, bueno, cuando éramos teenagers, todas estas muchachas de Disney todavía pasa que se hacen bien famosas y no hacen más que salir de Disney y se vuelven locas. Like, ejemplo, Miley Cyrus, que ya tuvo un tiempo que se puso un poquito loca y después se, you know, cambió y whatever. Pero, you know, like, there's so many people que se enfocan en eso, en ser famosos y ser cool y whatever, y después cuando salen, they go crazy, because I don't know, life is so much more than just fame and just being successful with money. And it's a pity, yo, because lamentablemente los niños, we tend to look up to our a los actores, musicians as a role model. Hasta que te das cuenta que they're human too. They make mistakes. They're also under pressure. Most of them, they have issues with alcohol or drugs issues or anxiety. Y por eso es que me gusta mucho, por ejemplo, Shawn Mendes, en mi opinión. Shawn Mendes, para mí, he's like this child star que obviamente empezó creo que fue en girl, I was going to say Tinder.
I thought you were going to say TikTok.
No, iba a decir Vine.
But then you said Tinder. I was like,
he started with Vine. What? I didn't know that. Sean, give me a call. What you doing on Tinder? You with Camila now? What you doing, Bobo? Just kidding. No, pero I was gonna say que, por ejemplo, Shawn Mendes, que él empezó chiquitito, playing music on Vine, and then he got famous. Y now he's singing more about anxiety. His songs are more real. About love, about positivity. O sea, que no es un tipo de artista que se enfoca en fiction, exactly. You know? So, and I wish more people were like, I mean, yo sé que ahora hay muchos artistas que cantan sobre eso, sobre anxiety, depression, y mira a esta mujer, Lizzo.
Yes.
That woman, I'm like, yo, you're the queen. She's amazing. Because she owns her body, she owns her own self, and it's like, yes, girl, like that's what we need. We need people que se acepten tal y como son, que no le importa un carijo, un pip de lo que la gente piense, diga, just be you. Y el que no le guste, mira que no te consuma.
Exactly. We definitely need more of that positivity, of acceptance, because like you said, and it happens with magazines, social media. We always think a person should look a certain way, and that's not the case. Everyone has different bodies, either your height, your weight, your color of your skin, and every one of us are beautiful in our own way. And I feel like that's the message that we need to keep portraying, that instead of like, oh, this is the it girl right now or the it guy, this is how you should look, this is what is going to get you to have a partner or whatever. No, just be who you truly are, and you would attract those that should be in your life. Punto.
Exactly. Y otra cosa también que yo, por ejemplo, yo soy una persona que I don't like mainstream music. I don't like to, I mean, yo escucho pues las canciones que están en la radio, la top hit, whatever, pero my favorite kind of music es Hindi, por ejemplo, alternative songs, rock, bandas que son como que bien low key, porque they tend to be more real. They sing about real stuff, relationships, y hay muchas veces que, por ejemplo, when you're heartbroken, when you feel down for whatever reason, te llega una canción que te lee, es como que te la escribieron para ti. Es como que, yo, this means so much to me, como que te identificas tanto. Y who knows, maybe a song can change your life forever. It can give you new perspective.
That you mentioned that, because lately, whenever I hear someone that posts a song on their stories on Instagram that I've never heard, I like to hear the whole thing. So I'll look it up. And the thing is, especially on Spotify, once you search for a song, it's going to keep giving you song options according,
similar songs.
And because of that, I have discovered so many different artists, like you say, and with lyrics that I could actually relate to. And nowadays, what I do is I just pick a random artist, put it on shuffle, and just to see whoever comes out, and to see if I could connect with the song. Exactly. And it's so beautiful to discover music that way.
Yeah, I do that too. Yo tengo como 500 playlists.
No, in my case, it's just like, and so my liked playlist, forget it.
Yeah. No, mija, yo tengo un playlist de música indie. Tengo un playlist de para leer. Because when I read, I like to hear like acoustic music.
I have a peaceful guitar playlist, and that one I actually use for writing or reading. So yes.
Oh, yeah. Es como que te transporta. Por ejemplo, saber si nuevo que sacó Taylor Swift de Folklore. te transformas a un bosque bien nublado, rainy. Oh, so beautiful. I love it. Yo.
No.
So yeah, I hope you guys like this episode. This episode was a little bit different from the first one. A little bit more casual because we talk about our favorite movies, our childhood. We went, como que nos descargamos un poquito, pero it was fun. It was very fun to talk about our childhood memories, and positivity, of course, is part of this podcast.
The evil laugh.
Shit. So yeah. Okay, so
That's supposed to be Chewbacca.
what was that?
No me salió pichea.
Ahí me sale BB-8.
What?
Yeah. You want to hear it?
Aww.
So yeah, I hope you guys like this episode, this crazy episode. So yeah, we're gonna end this episode. Next week we're gonna be doing a end of year reflection since it's gonna be our last episode of 2020. So we're gonna be talking about. Hey, vete para allá, vete, no te quiero más. We're gonna be reminiscing about our starting goals from 2020 back in 2019, how we've changed, and due to COVID and all that shit's been going on. It's gonna be very interesting to see what we wrote in our journals back in January 2020.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be very interesting. So yeah, that'll be it. My name is Maria.
And I'm Kimberly.
And remember
to stay positive and be kind to yourself.
Yes!